So much of what we're looking for can be brought to us through our capacity to receive and receive intuitive inspiration, receive inspired ideas, receive inner messages and inner guidance system, receive signs from the universe, receive synchronicity that supports us when we want to manifest an outcome or really let go of the outcome and manifest a desire in whatever form it's meant to come. We just need to get out of the way, and the fastest way out of the way is through the power of our thoughts. Big show today, guys.
Happy to be with you.
Gabrielle Bernstein, a role model for a new generation of spiritual seekers.
Welcome back to a new episode of Dear Gabby. I'm so thrilled to be with you guys. This is my favorite part of the week, is expressing all this love through this channel, which is Dear Gabby, through our moment in time together. I have a opportunity today to pull a card that I think we all need. I don't know what card's going to come through, but I sense that there's a strong through line that's going to happen for this show today. I don't know what it will be quite yet, but I have this weird feeling about it. It's hard to explain. I have this feeling in the sense that it's going to be so obvious, the through line that comes up from this card into the rest of the show today. And before I get into the card, I want to just make sure everybody knows that I am launching the newest version of my meditation challenge. And my meditation challenge is a 21-day challenge with me where every day you get brand new meditations. It's out now. You get 21 days of meditations, different meditation practices every single day, emails. You can get texts from me with reminders. You get a Facebook group community. There's so much love wrapped around this challenge, and it's starting August 1st. You can sign up now at deargabby.com/meditation challenge. And all of the details are there. Get psyched for that, because it's actually one of the most beautiful things we can do together as a community, is really show up for our own meditation practice and support other people in doing that as well and doing the same. So we have this community, we have this daily ritual, we have this support from me with email and text and the group. And it's all at deargabby.com/meditation challenge. I do not want you to miss that. Here we are now, starting the show. And like I said, I have a weird feeling. I don't know why. I have a feeling that I'm going to need this card today. I'm shuffling a card from my Super Attractor card deck. These are all beautiful cards from my messages from my book, Super Attractor. And they've been put into an affirmation deck called the Super Attractor deck. I also have my book, The Universe Has Your Back, out today. Maybe there's a message that needs to come through from that book. It's sitting on my desk right now. So I don't know why, but I'm getting these senses that there's guidance in all of the resources that are around me. So here's our card for today. Let's see what the message is. My ability to receive is measured by how much I practice good feeling thoughts. Here we go. When I talk about receiving with this card, my ability to receive, the concept of receptivity is related to how we receive guidance from a spiritual connection of our own understanding, how we receive guidance from the universe or God or a spirit guide. We had a whole episode on spirit guides in the past. We can go back and listen to that episode if you want to learn more about spirit guidance, how we receive direction to help us manifest our desires. We talked a lot about this in the episode on how to master the law of attraction and manifest your wildest dreams. So today we can build upon those past episodes where I really touching into our ability to receive, and that ability to receive that intuitive guidance, the manifestations that we want to attract into our life, the obstacles turning into opportunities, the solutions, not the problems. The way that we can receive that information and that guidance is through good feeling thoughts. Something interesting happened for me last night. I sleep about 9 to 10 hours a night now because I've mastered the art of sleep, which I'm always happy to talk about here on Dear Gabby, and I probably will do an entire episode on it. And so I sleep really well, but there's times when I have this interrupted sleep, and it's only when I'm stressed out about something. It's always the biggest sleep interrupter is stress or anxiety, or both really. And there was something I was worried about last night related to taking on a new project. And I was nervous about it because I didn't think that I was going to have the bandwidth to do it. And I woke up in the middle of the night worrying about it. And I needed to receive that connection, that intuitive force, that loving presence of, you got this, you can turn this over, you can let this go. But the only way to do that was to get out of the fear cycle and into a more spiritually minded cycle, see it through the spiritual lens rather than the fear lens. And so I did some journaling at like 2:00 in the morning. I was just journaling and I was just getting out my feelings to just dump out all the negativity. And then I said, okay, I'm willing to receive guidance. I turn this over. I'm choosing a positive thought instead. And in that moment, the positive thought, the positive inclination was to simply just say, you know what? I'm going to let the universe figure this one out for me. I'm not going to try to fix it at 2:00 in the morning. I'm going to turn it over. I'm going to say, thank you for showing me what to do. I'm ready to receive guidance. Said that prayer, chose the positive, more empowered thought, leaned into, I don't have to figure this out right now, but I can give it over and let the universe show me what to do, and went right back to sleep. Woke up in the morning and the direction was very clear. I woke up and it was just clear and loud and resolved, because when I am settled, when I'm feeling good, I can receive that intuitive guidance. And the resolution ultimately was not to take that action on that endeavor because it wasn't the right time for me. But the bigger moment is that it didn't take me 2 weeks of stress to figure it out. It took me 1 minute of prayer to go back to sleep and let it be resolved. So much of what we're looking for can be brought to us through our capacity to receive and receive intuitive inspiration, receive inspired ideas, receive inner messages and inner guidance system, receive signs from the universe, receive synchronicity that supports us when we want to manifest an outcome or really let go of the outcome and manifest a desire in whatever form it's meant to come. And when we are leaning towards positive thoughts and the processes of prayer, which we can talk about today, and meditative mindsets, miracle mindsets, that's when we clear the space to receive that inner guidance that is always available to us. We just need to get out of the way. And the fastest way out of the way is through the power of our thoughts. And so that's our message for today. My ability to receive is measured by how much I practice good feeling thoughts. And this is actually going to be very, very, very powerful as it relates to the upcoming meditation challenge, because every single day is an anchor back into those positive thoughts and positive energy, which will ultimately create momentum behind your ability to receive. So if you're really wanting to attract into your life or manifest more into your life, join me for that 21-day meditation challenge, where all the details are at deargabby.com/meditation challenge or in the show notes. All right, so now let's begin the show with this gorgeous topic. My ability to receive is measured by how much I practice good feeling thoughts. Let's go for it. Who is our first guest that is ready to receive intuitive guidance? Where are you? Let's bring him in. Hi.
Oh my gosh, this feels so weird. I'm so nervous.
Don't be nervous. How are you?
Oh gosh, it doesn't feel real. I'm well. I'm actually in Italy right now. So I guess, wow, my heart is racing. I write down questions like every time I actually watch you live. I'm like, well, if this question is worth being asked, then maybe I'll get on there. Like
Oh,
the
how
universe
cool.
wants me to ask it, kind of a thing. And
That's
I
so
also,
cool. That's a really neat
yeah.
way. Let's see what the universe wants me to get answered today. Very cool. Oh my God, I love that. All right, carry on.
So, I've been to Europe a couple times. I really love it over here. And I think my fascination comes from being adopted and not, or I wasn't adopted, but my dad was. And I found out when I was really young. And so it really confused me as a small child. I feel like it took away my identity and I had to rebuild that. And then there's this whole world of unknown, like who are these biological family members. And so the last couple of years, I've been trying to find creative outlets and art for doing so. But, there's still some unanswered questions about like adoptions and like, do you believe that like your soul is lost like from your purpose if you get adopted? Like, I don't know if I'm asking that correctly or if you understand what I'm saying.
Well, your father was adopted, is what you're saying, correct?
Yes.
And you feel a little bit displaced because you don't know who your other family members are, but you do know who he is, correct?
Right.
Well, here's what I believe. I believe when it comes to birthing and the parents that we are blessed to fall into, whether it be difficult relationships or positive relationships, it's all a blessing because it's all in the pursuit of our growth and our ability to show up in this lifetime in the way that we've signed up for. And I believe that the parents that come into our life are the exact parents that are meant to be there, regardless of whether you've physically come through that mother or if you've been adopted or if you have a grandparent that became your parent or if a family member took over and started parenting you, that those divine connections are relationships that were meant to be, no matter how they came into form. And so this is a beautiful message for anyone out there that's trying to conceive. And I know that's not your question particularly, but if someone's struggling to conceive, I think there's a lot of power in really opening up that to the idea and the belief system that there is a signed contract. Even if a child doesn't come through you physically, there's still a contract with the parent that is the person that shows up to be your parent. So while you may be birthed through one human, but raised by another, the one who raised you did energetically and spiritually sign a contract to say, yes, this is going to be my child. And so I think that whoever your father's adopted parents are the people that I would, for you, choose to embrace as the family members that were spiritually, contractually aligned with you. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I mean, it does. It's just really weird, but his adoptive mother like rejected me. She thought I wasn't his biological daughter, and which is 100% untrue. But it's just weird to me that an adoptive mother would reject the child of that child that she raised,
Okay. So
given
this
that
is
she was
pretty this is pretty layered here. There's a lot in this story. Okay. So if we were to boil it down, what's the feeling that you want to receive guidance to recover? Because the layers of the story are deep. And so I want to help you kind of begin to resolve whatever the underlying disturbance might be, the feeling that is it a feeling of rejection?
Yeah, and I feel like I have a negative relationship with, like, I loved her completely. Um, but I accept like pain with love, like in a not in an abusive way, but somewhat of a neglectful way. Like to
Okay.
get love, I have to accept a certain tolerance of pain. So,
Right. Okay.
and it's
Okay.
a common theme beyond that.
Okay, so you see where it came from, and you know that storyline is that to get love, I have to accept pain, and that's something that you're wanting to heal, that you're wanting to transform. Am I correct? Am I using the right language here?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, beautiful. All right. So our ability to receive is measured by how much we practice good feeling thoughts. So I want to bring it back to the card right now. And in no way to minimize the feelings that you're having or the experience that you've had, but we all carry around limiting beliefs and fear-based belief systems that hold us back because they're based on our past. They're based on our childhood. They're based on our relationships to our grandparents, to our parents, to our loved ones, to our siblings, whatever it may be. And so there's this ability to receive, which is such an interesting word for you, because what you really want to receive is love. And so your ability to receive love is all based on your capacity to change that story. And that story is deep, and that story is holding you in a little bit of an inner headlock because it's a wound. But I know and I can tell that there is a strong awareness of the falseness of that story, right? That you are worthy of love. I can see and I can tell that you wouldn't be here listening to Dear Gabby if there wasn't a part of you that believed that. Am I correct?
Right. And But these are things I've realized in the last 4 months from practicing mindfulness and following you. And
So you're newly discovering, very cool, that you have these limiting beliefs that have been holding you back in your life in different ways. And so for the sake of giving you relief soon, giving you quick relief, giving you the ability to start to feel a new way of feeling now, I want you to start to affirm how you want to feel rather than this new identification of how you were feeling. So I want you to really affirm with me right now what it is that you want to feel. You want to feel like you can receive love without consequence, right? You want to feel that you can receive love effortlessly. Would that be something that you'd like to affirm?
yeah, I guess that I deserve it. And I don't want to attract future relationships like that.
Okay.
I do have a lot of one-sided friendships, and it's not serving me well. And so, and I know from practicing what you teach, like I have to give myself love first, and
Well,
so I work on that every day.
let's go into this in a different angle. So you said, I want to affirm that I don't want to attract these kinds of relationships. Whenever we're affirming what we want, we actually want to not say, we want to affirm what we do want, not what we don't want. Because when we focus on what we don't want, we create more of what we don't want. Okay. So I'm going to make this a little bit more fun and elevating for you. So I want to affirm what you do want. And I think that it's very similar to what this card is. I want to receive love effortlessly. I want to receive love that has no conditions. I am ready, not even think of the word want. I am ready to receive love with no conditions and with effortlessness. And I see you smiling as I say that. And I feel that your energy is elevating right now. And so I want you to keep doing the beautiful work that you're doing, listening to Dear Gabby, practicing mindfulness, going deeper into your subconscious feelings that you want to resolve. But all the while, I want you to empower yourself by affirming the good feeling thoughts that align with what it is that you do want to attract so that you bring positive momentum towards that. Because the card we have today, my ability to receive, is measured by how much I practice good feeling thoughts. So the more you stay in the story of I was rejected by my grandmother and blah, 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 it's not that I don't want you to work that out in therapy, because I do, but in your day-to-day energetic experience, I want you to wake up and say, I'm worthy of love. I'm ready to receive love unapologetically. I'm ready to have two-sided relationships, right? And not go into the negative of, I don't want to have that, right? Because we know it, the universe knows what you don't want. Tell the universe what you do want. Affirm that empowered belief system and affirm it. And you're in Italy right now and you have this beautiful environment. You're vaccinated. You can walk around freely. You can go have some pasta. You can really enjoy your life right now. And I want you to just have a blast in Italy. And just the more you affirm this, I think that the more you will attract those relationships into your life that do not reflect those past experiences. So sometimes on this show, I always say, let's go deeper. Let's go deeper. Let's do the therapeutic work. And that is the answer always. We don't want to spiritually override our underlying conditions, but while we're doing that deeper work in whatever form it comes, we can still have fun along the way. We can still feel good and feel relief and lean towards positive thoughts of what it is that we desire. And as we lean into those positive thoughts and those desires, we actually support the greater healing and the deeper healing. Because if we stay in the problem seeking rather than the solution seeking, it's harder to get out of that old pattern and that old belief system. You follow me?
Yes, I do. I was focusing on my don't list and my boundaries, that I'm thinking too much about the negative side of things.
And I want you to keep those boundaries, and I want you to know what you don't want, but I want you to focus on what you do want.
Okay, got it.
Okay. Knowing what you don't want helps you know what you do want. So there's nothing wrong with that. But when you're affirming what you want, make sure that it's in the positive.
Okay.
Good job, babes. Beautiful work. Yay. Yay. Okay, good. All right. Who is next? This card is, I told you guys this card was going to come through for us today. Hello. Hi. What's your name?
Hi, I'm Lauren.
Hi, Lauren. How you doing?
I'm so good. How are you?
I'm good, Lauren. I'm doing real good. Happy to be here with you guys.
I am so grateful to be here. I don't have something for you to coach me on, but I was the winner of the sweepstakes. My Dear Gabby membership and the beautiful Apple products. And I actually just wanted to thank you so much and to share with you and maybe your viewers, if it's interesting, the story behind signing up to be chosen.
Yeah, sure.
It's really fast. It's totally A Course in Miracles. It's totally what you teach. It's totally manifestation. And you had advertised this contest on Instagram, and I love your Instagram, and I kept seeing it, and it was just a really, really steady, soft, quiet voice that just landed on my shoulder and whispered in my ear and just said, just enter this, you will win this. And it was just really unadorned and quiet. And I didn't. And some time went by, and then it was the last day, and that voice was still there, but it wasn't nagging me. It was just really steady, soft, and quiet. And I heard it and I sort of believed it, but I just went about my day. And then it was like the last hour, it was like last hours. And I thought about it. And I thought about how beautiful these prizes are. And it's so great to enter a contest and win a contest, but I wasn't cloying to have any of those things. They were just lovely and loving. And it's great to have, it just was lovely and loving. And so I listened to one of your podcasts. I reviewed it. I did what was asked of me to enter the contest really gently. And then I got a letter from one of your assistants that I had won. And it was so perfect because it's so what you teach. And it also reminded me that, if it's the mean voice that's talking to me, it's not my soul. And it's like 100% not real. And if it's like that quiet, soft voice, it's like, that is the divine within me. And so it just, I don't know, I felt really compelled to share with you and your viewers.
I hope you're enjoying this show. And if you want to get more Gabby, you can click the link below, subscribe to my Dear Gabby podcast on Apple, be the first to know when the episodes drop because they come out 1 week before the video. And you can download it to your phone, listen to it while you're driving, while you're cooking, while you're working out. You can just get more Gabby wherever you are. And if you feel called, leave a review. I'd love to hear from you. Now let's get back to this episode.
The sweetness and the steadiness of that story.
I love that you brought this today because it's actually so in tune with the topic for today, because you just use the word sweetness and steadiness. You're speaking about this experience of manifesting something with ease, super attracting something with ease. The key to being a super attractor, the key to receiving, as our card says, receiving guidance, receiving gifts from the universe, receiving, in your case, a bunch of Apple products and a miracle membership and all the things that we gave you, really comes through ease. It comes through grace. It comes through listening, as you did, to that softness and that gentleness and that voice of true inner guidance that is available to all of us when we are not overly attached, when we're not controlling it, when we're not obsessing about it, and when we let go, when we release. That's when we can receive, when we believe we receive. And so in this instance, you're not trying to force anything. You're just listening and you're believing in that voice. And so you just took an action, and there was your beautiful gift. So we have the ability to receive that sweet, gentle guidance all the time when we get out of the way, when we're not in that place of saying, I want to control this, I want to make this happen, I'm forcing this. And there's no question that you were chosen because you were in that vibrational frequency of receptivity. You were just in a gentle, peaceful, sweet, I love the word sweet state of just receptivity. You enjoyed the podcast, you gave it a review, you entered to win, and you won. And so I think that the message from this story, my friend, thank you so much, it's so beautiful, is the more you chill, the more guidance you will receive, And the more gifts and greatness you will receive them from the universe. And sometimes those gifts will be literal gifts, or it might be the gift of forgiveness, or it might be the gift of receiving the exact message that you needed to hear in that moment, or it might be the gift of a person buying you a coffee online at the coffee shop. Whatever those gifts are, there's an abundance of gifts in the universe, and we deflect them and block them so often because we're in those negative fear-based thoughts. We're controlling what we want. We're not believing that we're worthy of receiving. And the simplicity of this story is just magnificent, because it's a story of you dwelling in just positivity, joy, ease, relaxation, and truly surrender. Like, you're just letting things be. And the universe rewarded you for that. And so I think that that's such a strong through line for this beautiful card that we pulled today. My ability to receive is measured by how much I practice good feeling thoughts. And so that was really it, good job.
Yeah, thank you. And also, like, just be open. Like, there was something about that, like, just being open, that you never know where magic's going to come from. And that openness of, like, you just never know. Even like choosing a sign, as you invite us to do it, like, if I'm not open to seeing it, then I'm not open to seeing it. But when I am open, I see that my special sign everywhere. I see synchronicity everywhere, and that there's always an invitation to tap into that place. That's amazing. It's like starting the day over, which is also fantastic.
I'm going to take that cue. So for everyone listening right now, let's start everyone's day over. And I likely would imagine that most people probably started their days with some negative stories that have been lingering. So let's start our day over with good feeling thoughts so that we can strengthen our ability to receive. So I'm going to say a prayer for everybody listening based on this inspiration that you brought to me. Thank you, sister. So we ground ourselves in this moment. And if you want to close your eyes, if you're not driving, you can. And if you want to just drive with just taking in this prayer, let's do it. And we open up our consciousness now to receive intuitive guidance, positive, empowering thoughts. We open up our consciousness now to seek solutions rather than problems. We open up our conscious awareness of the abundance of gifts that are available to us from the universe in this day and every day that follows. Today, we welcome these miracles. We welcome this abundance. We welcome these gifts. Thank you, universe, for revealing to us all of the abundance that is around us, guiding us, and showing up for us. All we have to do is awaken to the presence of that guidance, those gifts, and that true nature, which is love, that is within us and around us. And so let's all just silently say, I'm ready to receive. I'm ready to receive. You can say it out loud if you want to. I'm ready to receive. And let that be your mantra today. I'm ready to receive. Beautiful. When you're ready, open your eyes and get psyched, because there's a lot of opportunity in front of all of us today. Let's see what we receive today. I'm ready for it. I am ready for it. Great. Gorgeous. Thank you, my love. What a beautiful story today. Thank you. And congratulations on winning. If you like this video and you want to get more Gabby, check out the next one right over here.